We have the Roadhammers, Jason, Clayton, and Chris on Pure Country, and it is so good to see you guys. I don't even know the last time I saw you guys. I feel like it's been like 2 years, probably.
It's been a minute for sure.
But you guys are, I don't mean to be punny, but you are back at it. And the new EP is out. So, what is it like? What's it been like releasing music and also recording music during this very strange time?
Well, it's we've gotten used to all the technology that is like the Zoom call right now, right? Writing on Zoom, and then the way we made this record is the way everybody's been making records over the last couple of years. Is you send your tracks to the drummer and they put them on in their own studio, and then they send them to the producer, who gets us to put guitars, vocals, and things on. But you actually get to take your time a little more, which is good and bad too, right? Because I'm better when there's other people in the room that say, yeah, that's good enough, as opposed to, just driving myself nuts for a whole day on one vocal. It's like, just let it go. But it's a different.
I'm the exact opposite. When there's people in the room, they're usually going, that's not very good.
Well,
I like being at home.
That's a good point.
There's that, but it's just different,
Yeah, for sure. And it probably, you have more time to nitpick when you're not, in a studio paying for studio time or whatever. But what was it like putting together this record? So you guys always have really cool people feature on it, but the song All My Friends, you have a lot of friends. I don't know if you know this, but how did you choose who got to be a part of All My Friends, which is, for anybody who was not aware, Terry Clark, Dan Davidson, Jason Blaine, Corey Marks, Aaron Pritchett, and Gordy Johnson.
Well, we paid them all, so you got to pay your friend. No, they've just been musical friends for years, and I mean, when I started out, actually Terry was the first one to take me on a full national tour, to really see what it was like, and from there it's just been friends we've made over the years.
Nice.
And some of them were.
Sorry, I was just going to say, is there anybody on there you weren't able to get that you asked that said no?
No, I don't think so. I think everybody that we wanted to. It's one of those things. Like, we've had guests on other songs before. We had Colt Ford on Hillbilly Highway, and it was really cool to have him. And we've done that over the years where we've had just different guests. Jeff Steele, who's one of our favorites to write with, and he's just a great singer. And with that, he was a writer on Mud, and we had him featured on the vocals there as well. So music's a collaboration. We've just been doing it as we go. Whoever can jump on, it's like one big family.
Celine Dion. We keep asking her, but she keeps not returning our calls. I don't.
Yeah,
Celine,
Shannon,
if you're listening,
hey,
we're looking for you.
We need you. We need you on a song.
If you had asked, I would have done it. You just have to ask. I can't promise it's going to sound great, but again, with technology, you can make me sound like Celine Dion.
Yeah,
perfect.
Technology can make me sound like Celine Dion, so we'll see.
I'm sure we could. I'm going to ask, I have a question for each of you, just kind of about the progression of the Roadhammers. So you guys started up in 2005, which seems like yesterday, but it was not yesterday. We're not going to say how long ago it was. But Chris, this one's for you. What is it about the Roadhammers fans that you feel like, even the new ones you have gained over the years, because it's almost like, parents and their kids now also listen to you guys. What makes Roadhammer fans so special?
I don't know, man. It's like their dedication. They are dedicated hammerheads. They love this band, and we love them right back. I mean, and the other two guys, they can attest to that too. I mean, the stuff we see at these live shows, they are dedicated to us. We love that.
And Clayton, what is it? So you guys have all kind of had your own side projects over the years. Or maybe the Roadhammers are a side project. You guys have all kind of dabbled doing other things, but what makes you go always back to the Roadhammers and make sure you guys are consistently releasing music?
I think that this thing is greater than the sum of its parts. When we come, and I think that that's what keeps it exciting for us as well. We have all of these other things that are floating around in our atmospheres that we do, but when we come together, there is a legitimate magic that happens. That when we write songs and we and I would say it's gotten better over the years that we've really been able to hone in on how each other works, and that's what keeps us coming back time and again to making records.
And Jason, this one's for you. So I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, but this is the impression I get, that, you guys do go and do your own thing all the time, but I feel like you guys are kind of those maybe long distance friends, or, high school friends that you can go and do your own things for a minute, but then the moment you get back together, it's like you were just doing it yesterday.
Yeah, I always use the campfire analogy. When you take a coal out of a campfire, it gets cold and it just goes black, and then the second you put it back in the campfire, though, it just glows red hot again. And that's kind of how it feels. And actually, we had that put to the test with this pandemic, because although we were writing and recording long distance, when it came to play the Stampede, which we just did a show up in Bonnieville, Alberta. The second you fire up the guitars, it's muscle memory. It's just the same as if you left off 2 years ago. It feels like you've jumped time, and it's a wonderful feeling.
Now, what was it like getting back out on stage? I can't even imagine what that feeling is like, because you guys are some, wild guys, and I feel like you've been cooped up for a while. Was it just like a complete party rager that you guys are back on stage?
I'm still trying to recover from it.
Kinda, yeah. It really is. It's like all the artists you've been hearing about. They all say it feels so good to get out, and I kind of equate it to being in a cage. We've been let out of the cage again, and we get to do what we do. So it's like a dog being stuck in a condo for a couple of years, and you take them out to the farm, and we got to go and run around and hang with our friends.
Yeah.
Was it because I'm not a musician. I have not played on stage before, but when I take a break from working out for a while or running or something, and then I go back to doing it the first day after, I'm really, really sore. Were you guys really sore after playing?
I was tired. I was like, damn, why am I so tired? And I realized I'm out of shape. Yeah. It's a really physical job, being up on stage and singing and jumping around and running around for 90 minutes. It's like doing calisthenics. So you come off of there, and it's exhausting, especially if you're not.
Calisthenics? What is this, the 70s?
Yeah, and one, and two, and feel the burn, ladies.
Jazzercise.
Well, now you have to do a Roadhammers edition of that.
Yeah, so. Really.
Get your leg warmers on, fellas.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Oh, we got to do it. It'll be on VHS. It's going to be awesome. Yeah.
This is recorded. I'm going to hold you to it. I'm just going to keep airing that until you do it. I'll do it with you guys.
All right.
Tell it at all our shows.
So to celebrate the release of the EP, Back at It, I think this is so awesome. And I feel like it's almost a prerequisite for anybody in the country music industry to at some point collaborate with a brewing company or some sort of alcohol. So you guys partnered with Sawback Brewing Company, and you have the Hammer Down Lager. Are you all beer drinkers?
I'm occasional. I'm like when I'm cutting the grass and it's really hot and I think I'm Clint Eastwood. I want to have a beer.
I'm also occasional. Occasionally I won't have a beer, but
occasionally I won't, but most times I do. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a really good brew, and it was exciting to do a collaboration with those guys. They made the labels look just like the album cover, which was really awesome, and they have a whole little write-up on the back of the can, so it's kind of a collector thing. I have one right here. I'll show you.
Ooh, yeah, grab. I was gonna say. So, did you guys get to actually partake in designing the flavor of it?
No, they said stay out of the kitchen.
Oh, that's so cool!
Isn't that awesome?
And there's a little write-up.
So it's going to be in stores in BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and then in Ontario, people are going to be able to order it at some point, correct?
We're taking over slowly but surely.
All right. I'm definitely going to need to order some of that because, I mean, you can't not try some Roadhammers beer.
All right. We're going to have to send you some, so we're going to have to do.
See, I am also an occasional beer drinker where I only ever drink beer. I'm not saying I drink it every day, but I will definitely drink the Roadhammers beer.
Right on.
Perfect.
We'll send you some.
All right. And any plans at some point to get the whole crew of the All My Friends collaboration together to perform?
Well, CCMAs are coming up, so it'd be a perfect time to do it, actually.
That would be. I'm going to put that out in the world.
You bet.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, the Roadhammers on Pure Country. And as much as I love listening to the record, through my earbuds. I can't wait to hear it in real life, hopefully soon.
That's awesome. Shannonella, thanks for taking the time.